love this song. Yes. Hello, everybody. It's another week. We're here. I'm excited to see everyone again. Let me get my mic together so y'all can hear me this week. All right, before we get too far into it, you know what I do. How you doing, Glenn? You doing all right? Doing good? You know I got to check on you first. All right, as long as you good, I'm good. All right, my little brother couldn't make it. He had prior engagements, and we are running a little late. I had a flat before I got here, but I made it here. So we're going to get right to it. 2025 is whooping our asses. It's tearing us up. We just got here. It's tearing us up. We got a whole lot to talk about. A whole lot. It sounds like a double play. It's a delay. That's what I sound like. 2025 is asses. Oh, it's the broadcast. Love it. I'm about to say, why do I hear myself? Am I going crazy? All right. On a serious note, get this started. I first want to take a moment and send my thoughts and prayers to the Elkins family. They did just take her ex-boyfriend into custody. She's been missing for quite some time. The mother of two from Macomb County. They said they're charging him with lying to the police. I believe they're just doing that so they could have something to hold him on right now, you know, while they investigate. It's crazy because he has a new girlfriend. Like, but anyway, my heart goes out to your mother, your kids, everyone involved. I'm so thankful that you had a mother that just would not give up. And she kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And finally, the police are starting to listen. And they're not going to let up. So I hope there's a good resolution to this. Unfortunately, it's looking like there was definitely some foul play. But hopefully they got everybody involved. I don't believe he did this alone. But, you know, I don't work for the police. So hopefully they come and do their job. Speaking of police doing their damn job, why the hell did these police in St. Louis not do theirs? 30 minutes before they were scheduled to get off work, 2 police officers responded to a shooting. And guess what they did? They left. And they laughed about it. He was alive. They responded to a man who had a mental health crisis and attempted to take his own life. The Hispanic male shot himself in the head. The police officers responded, laughed, and said, man, I'm getting off in 30 minutes. I'm not dealing with this. And left him there to die, which he did. He did pass away from his self-inflicted injuries. And they came back moments later, about 10 minutes later, and he was dead. And this happened some time ago. They just realized it, you know, because of the body cams. They turned their body cams off. Like, what is going on? What is going on with these police? Like, can you imagine calling for help, you can't get none, and then when they could potentially save you, they literally say, you're not worth it because I'm about to get off work. That's where we're at. That's where we're at in this world right now. So now we got police that don't want to do their jobs. What about doctors and nurses not wanting to do their jobs? Let's go to Virginia, where they fucked up royally. So there's this lady named Elizabeth. She's a former nurse. We say former because the bitch got fired and she's been arrested. Shit, she should have been a long time ago. So it was recently announced that she was connected to 3 innocent children's limbs being broken. She was maliciously and intentionally harming these children. I did have to do some fact checking because at first it was being stated on the internet that she was just doing it to children of color. But with a little digging, I found out, you know, it didn't seem to be racially motivated. The bitch was just crazy and abusing people's kids. But what I've also found was, not only did she injure not 1, not 2, but 3 children, she also did it again in 2023. So they just got her for 2024, but in 2023, she did it to 4 additional children. So we have 7 children who came into the world innocent and were savagely beat on and maimed by a nurse, someone you put your faith and your trust in. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine? And then you got to think about the child's upbringing from then, you know, trying to grow and heal, and like you are literally damaged from birth. It's awful. Awful. I don't know what's going on with this world. We all need some help. This is crazy. This is crazy. I can't believe it's happening. I cannot believe it's happening. And then we got the fires in California. Now, you know me, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. If you ask anybody else that knows me, I think somebody did that. It reminds me of Hawaii all over again. They messed up Hawaii, and then they started selling it off to all these rich folks. Now, it's the Palisades that burnt down. And I know somebody insurance company should be bankrupt after this, because I know them houses have some money on them. But I'm just saying, like, you don't find it a little odd? All these natural disasters that are going on in these heavily melanated areas, or these areas that are affluent for some. I don't know. Time to get ourselves together. And on top of that happening, there was actually a man who went viral. Everyone thought he was a lunatic. He kept telling everyone, evacuate California, it's coming. He had thought originally like it was going to get flooded. And he kept saying it's going to flood. One of the fault lines is going to break. It's going to flood. I don't know about y'all, but get out of here. And then I think another lady did it too. And then boom, this happens. And everybody's like, he was right. He was right. I don't know, but if you got a dream like that, maybe you should listen to it and save some lives. I can't imagine. But I think they're doing everything. You know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think the government doing everything. Everything. They got some Manchurian candidate stuff going on out this world. I don't believe for a minute everybody has just lost their minds all of a sudden. I don't. I know some people is crazy, and I think some people is being put up to do some of the things that they're doing. I just don't find it. I have something in me. Just don't seem right. Don't seem right. Not at all. An illegal immigrant comes to this country, never been in trouble before, and just happens to set a PhD candidate on fire on the train, and nobody intervenes. They just watch this lady burn to death. So you came all the way over here, and that's the first thing that crossed your mind to do. I don't believe it. I don't know. Maybe he was a psycho and he did it, or maybe somebody put a battery in his back and told him to. Guess we'll find out later. So I'm reading books, right? Love me reading me some books. Been reading me some books on the past, and guess what I found out? They ate Nat Turner. I did not know that. They ate that man. I was reading up on plantations, all kind of stuff. I said, Lord, I'm thankful I was born now, because I know they was, yeah. Look, you know they strung my ass up. I'm too outspoken. Do what? Yeah, they ate that man because they believed that they would get superpowers because this strong, smart African man, like he broke free, killed his oppressors, and they thought that, once they captured him and cut him up, that they ate some of them, they'd be strong. Man, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's like the more I read, the more I'm like, I see why they didn't want us to read. I see why that shit was illegal. I see why they did not want us to read, because it is so much stuff in them books. It's a lot in them books. It's a lot. It's that watered down stuff they tell you at school. Don't believe that shit. That shit is watered down. Like, my kids be coming home trying to tell me, like, their little papers. I said, what? They gave us room and board. I said, honey, no. I don't want you to get the impression it was like that. Every time my kids read something on it, they're just like disgusted with the world. They're so disgusted with the world. And I'm like, be patient. There's more to come, unfortunately. Man, I hope and pray everybody out there is just working on it and getting better, because Lord knows it's a lot of stuff that's about to be coming. I hope everybody gets up and just does their best. We need black doctors. We need black lawyers. We need black everything. We need it. We need a lot more safe spaces for us. We really do. I mean, I wish I could go back. If I could get 10, 15 years back right now and go do something with it to help my man, what? I'd be a doctor in a heartbeat. Because it's scary. As a lady in the UK, she went to Turkey to get a BBL. Did not make it off the table. And guess what else didn't make it off the table? None of her vital organs. They emptied her out and sent her home. This woman was insecure about her looks, apparently. Saved up some money or whatever the case may be and decided, okay, I'm going to do this to make me feel better about me. And she lost her life. And not only did she lose her life, they took all of her organs. Like, these doctors are out here playing on your insecurities for money. They don't care about you. They want that money. You know how much they probably got for all her organs? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. You never know. These BBLs is killing y'all, for real though. It doesn't. It doesn't. No, she won't be the last, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely devastating for her family, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure it's devastating for her family. I can only imagine. I don't know how it got that. I don't know I'm like, is that me or you? I don't know how we got to that. Like, in this society, in this culture, the first thing people think of is just go lay on the table and get cut on. Stop letting these motherfuckers cut on y'all. Go take your ass to the gym or something. Like, for real, I've been fat for years, and shit, they ain't never stopped nothing. Motherfuckers, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you don't deserve to like look your best, but I'm saying if it's at the cost or expense of your safety, like you could potentially lose your life, be disfigured, all these other things, is it worth it? I don't believe it's worth it. I be what in the world? I be wondering where the money coming from. I'm like, I know I'm broke. I couldn't afford to be in the BBL. And it always seems like they thighs don't match. Like, that must be extra. It's got to cost extra. They just. So, there's one thing I wanted to say that made me so happy and pissed me off in the same respect. Got a cute little lady that's been on the internet making fake food with paper. And she's like a art student, you know what I mean? She aspires to be an elementary teacher. And I just think it's the cutest thing I ever saw. It was the cutest thing. She had anything you could think of. She made it out of paper. And I love it. She got a great following. It like literally overnight. And no sooner than she do it, here comes this other female, completely copied everything she did. And I'm just like, you couldn't even let this little girl have her own imagination. We can't have shit. We can't have shit. And I'm okay. I'm all for creativity and all of that stuff. But the thing that I got upset about was this young lady did something creative and she aspires to be an educator. So I get that she's like, it's aimed towards children, because it's like play food and stuff like that. But when the other person, which I'm not going to give them credit for none of this shit, the other person who copied her, it was completely pandering, bigoted, racist. The other person who isn't melanated, she made a seafood boil in like a ghetto ass car. And I'm like, huh? So not only did you steal this girl's whole entire concept, you turned around and made some ghetto ass shit. Like, that's what we're gonna like. That's what we're gonna want to see.
Yeah, well, but that's been working for centuries.
I can't stand it. I cannot fucking stand it. I cannot stand to let people have what they just leave people the fuck alone.
Yeah, I mean, that's very easy concept to say, but
It's not gonna happen, huh?
not in America, because that's what America is rooted in.
What do you think about segregation? You want to bring it back?
I never knew that it left.
You don't. So you don't think you're integrated at all? You think you're still segregated?
I think that's a myth.
Okay.
That's just a myth.
So you think you're not integrated? You're segregated? Okay.
How could you be integrated when they have everything and you have nothing? How's that integration?
Still not a level playing field. Pretty much.
Yeah.
When he said, well, what did he say? I think I've integrated them into a burning house or something. That was the phrase. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We just need more safe spaces. That's why I encourage everybody, get your education, do what your mom and dad ask you to do. Go be a lawyer, go be a doctor, go do all that stuff. Please do it, because we need it. Build your kids up to do it, because we need them. We all need it. We all need each other. Every last one of us needs every last one of us. You know, I've been reading up on all the things that people are going out of their way to do to like eradicate us. I was watching a story. The Klansmen was saying that, you know, they've been dropping off boxes of guns in the hoods for years, just so we can kill ourselves. They ain't even got to go do nothing. They just dropping these boxes off. And I always knew it had to be. I said it was either the government or the Klan, because who the hell just got a box of guns?
Yeah, but how does that even make sense? Because why would they have to drop off anything when people are willing to kill each other?
They're arming them so
Anyway.
that they make it easier to kill themselves. When I was listening to it, he says we ain't even gotta do no work. We just drop the box on the corner and they kill themselves. They kill each other, and we ain't gotta do nothing.
Yeah, but thing of it is when was that statement made versus what's going on today?
So the box that I saw dropped in the little report that I watched, I gotta say that has been a good couple years, because it was in Chicago. So it's been a good couple years. But I also feel like it's way more going on than just that. Like when I go and look at like police reports and things on Amazon, it shows like all the different disguises that they've been selling, and they're all sold out. You know what I mean? All these prosthetics, all this makeup and stuff. I'm a firm believer. They dressing up like us, coming in the hood, doing shit and leaving too.
You just straight conspiracy theories.
Absolutely.
Nobody has to dress up like us to do nothing.
Absolutely.
We doing enough.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't think we're doing it all ourselves though.
Well,
I think we're having help for sure.
I mean, you might want to think that because it's easier to think of it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when people are disappearing, you can't make a mistake about they're gone. And usually it's due to somebody that looks like them. That's just the facts.
When you say the people are missing, are you leaning towards like just the trafficking stuff, or just everything in general?
No, I'm talking about murder, specifically murder. I mean, those numbers can't be fudged.
You don't think they be playing with the numbers?
Not when it comes to that, because it's proof. If I see you today and you leave out this door, and I don't see you next week, well, chances are something happened to you.
Right.
So
statistically speaking, you'd say it'd be someone of my nationality more than likely to harm me.
Well, I don't want to say that, But that is the way that we've been conducting ourselves.
I don't know. Nobody likes my ass. I get it from I get it from all angles. So I can't tell whether it's going to be white, black, or Chinese.
But it's not. That's the thing. That's the misconception. It's not about somebody not liking you or liking you. You live in a place that's dangerous. Period. So if you live in a danger, it's like being in the jungle. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna be the predator and somebody's gonna be the prey.
Absolutely.
That's the environment of America.
Do you think the statistics that say that we're 40% of the crime is true?
See, that's a big, broad statement because now you changed it to crime. No, I don't believe that that's true.
Okay.
But that's a very broad statement when you throw the word crime in there. I don't think nobody commits more crime than the white man. And that's worldwide. That's not the United States. That's worldwide. But the way we look at things and the way that we break numbers down, you can always skew the numbers because you can always add a category or take one away. But when it comes to people hurting other people, that's usually a proximity thing. We hurt the ones closest to us.
Of course, I can agree with you on that one.
So, no, I don't think that we commit the majority of crime.
I don't believe so either.
I believe that that's humanly impossible.
I believe that also. And that's why I said, I mean, when the people are putting the statistics, of course it's going to be in their best interest to, sway it in their favor, make them look better than us. But, for me, I don't look at everything as a racially motivated anything. I look at people for who they are. There's black assholes, white assholes, there's assholes in every color. It's just, a lot of this stuff is on the uptick with this administration. A lot of people are getting emboldened and feel like they could say or do whatever. And I think it's more prevalent and we know it more because of social media. I don't think it ever stopped. I just think that we didn't have that much exposure to it because we didn't see it as much as we could. But now that I
don't think anything has changed at all, period.
You don't?
Oh.
I think it's gotten worse.
I don't think so.
No?
No. I just think that people are paying more attention to what's going on around them.
Because of their access. You have more access to the information. I know I definitely notice it more too because I have more access.
Yeah, because I mean that's kind of like you saying, a person saying to you, "Make America great again." And then your question is, when was it great?
Right.
And there's never an answer for that because it's never been great. Now it may have been great for them.
Yeah. Everybody's got a different version of great. Everybody's perspectives.
Well, our version ain't a different. It's all the same. It's always been messed up, and it's still messed up.
Yeah.
Now you may have some people to say, well, you got to admit that it's better than it was in the 60s.
Right.
Or the 50s.
Right.
But if you actually do the research, you'll find that that's not true. Because in the 50s and 60s, black people had businesses. You can't. I mean, you have to search for a black business now.
Yeah. I mean, but see, that was also in an era where, that's where a lot of our lakes come from. They came in and burnt down these buildings and then flooded the town. So that's why we don't have nothing. And I think, people have been
but people say that things are better now than they were then. But how was it? Because black people had their own neighborhoods where neighborhoods pretty much seen about each other. You don't have that now.
No.
You could send your son to the corner store and you could buy a loaf of bread from a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that now.
Right.
That's not going on today. So, in what way is it better now? Because some black folks got nice cars or nice jewelry and nice clothes. Is that what you mean? But from an economic standpoint, it's not even close. It's not even close. Even with the few billionaires and millionaires that's scattered about here and there,
Mm-hmm.
it still was better for us as a people during those times.
Yeah, but weren't we segregated then?
I just told you that that has never happened.
You don't. No. Yeah. I know. So, what do you think about the education system? You think it hasn't improved for us?
No,
Access to education hasn't improved for us.
no. How can it improve when the education is being given to you by your enemy? That doesn't even make sense.
Oh yeah, but I mean, not everybody goes. You know, we do got black schools, black teachers.
The curriculum is put together
Mhm.
by someone that hates you.
Yeah, everyone hates us, don't it?
I mean, you asking these questions,
Yeah,
I'm giving you the answers.
yeah. I love your perspective.
How can you say that the education system is doing better for us as a people
Right.
when it's the same person that created the curriculum that doesn't like you? How could that live in the same space?
We need black teachers. We gonna need
The
some.
black teachers ain't learned nothing but their curriculum.
Oh no,
They're just agents of their system.
I've seen some pretty good black teachers that have their own curriculum, their own.
You can't legally teach your own curriculum.
They have. I gotta look this guy up. But down south, he's got an agriculture school. There's schools that are opening up that are ran by black people.
Yes, I don't doubt that for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Who is printing the books? Who is regulating what's appropriate versus what's not appropriate?
I'm gonna have to go call Dr. Umar and see what's going on.
He don't know shit.
Because we still waiting on that school, right? I thought he got the building. He ain't no closer.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Yeah.
But we gotta be we gotta be truthful with each other.
Right.
And I'm sure he means well.
Mm.
And I'm sure he wants to do things for our people.
Absolutely.
But when he speaks, what does he tell you about when it comes to his education? He tells you he has a degree from this place and that place and the other place, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are those institutions?
Yeah.
So, on one hand, he says that if you lay with a white woman as a black man, that you just no good to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, he tells you about his accolades
Mm-hmm.
that he got from the white man.
Right. So he's contradicting himself. I mean, yeah, and he's a constant contradiction. Wasn't he dating a stripper?
I don't know. I hope he dating a woman. That's all
That's all we care about nowadays, baby.
I hope he dating some woman, because I keep seeing the brother and I don't be seeing no women.
Oh, be still my heart. Oh, Lord. Dr. Umar, please tell me you
But
were out there
don't
with a
get me
woman.
wrong. That doesn't mean that I don't respect you.
Oh, no, of course. I mean, what you do in your bedroom's your business. Just keep it away from me and my kids.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I mean, it's like everybody wants to tell us what we need to do to
Mhm.
improve as a people. But nobody's really stepping out front and saying that I'll take the blunt of whatever it takes to get us started.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even have black leaders anymore.
No, something always happens.
Ain't nothing happened.
And no, it's always some scandal when we did have
We
one.
just ain't got one.
Mm.
The ones that we do have, people don't want to, for whatever reason. And everybody got their versions.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wants to get behind Minister Farrakhan the way they did Martin Luther King.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to get behind, I don't even know whoever else I could bring up. There's no reason to get behind a Jesse Jackson.
Well, I can't stand that nigga.
So that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like Martin Luther King and those people from that era were willing to put their lives on the line
Mm-hmm.
for the embetterment of black people.
I was listening to a interview about Jesse Jackson, and one of the people who were there when Martin Luther King was assassinated was saying that from the distance where Jesse Jackson was to how he got shot, Jesse Jackson should have never had no blood on him. And he said Jesse Jackson went over to Martin Luther King's blood, put his hands in it, and put it on his shirt.
Well, they have all kind of stories about that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what?
I mean, they have a thing in America called urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things are true,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things are people's versions of the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll never know.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, we'll never know. I mean, I visited the museum, well, it's now a museum. I visited the hotel where Dr. King was killed. And that's about all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he was a great man. And great men die young.
Mm-hmm.
By whose hands? God only knows. You know, because it will be real easy, and I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to say that the white boy killed him.
Right.
That's very easy to say.
Absolutely.
And especially based on the time and period that it took place. But look how many years we thought that the federal government killed Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
To learn that it was actually brothers from inside the nation. You see? And then again, that's urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We'll never know, because we live in such a corrupt country. We'll never, and not just them brothers, John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, because I think
They don't even know. They say the government killed him.
They said that they're not revealing his paperwork, I think, until 2040 or 2050, something like it's sealed until then. And I don't know. I've seen so many reenactments of that even gave me the conclusion that his own people killed him. I mean, I've seen so many versions of the tape of where the wife ran to, how the street was set up, and you know what his views on things were with the black community at the time, with Cuba at the time, and I'm like, yeah, maybe his people did do him in because he wasn't doing what they wanted him to do. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I do know I plan on being here in 2040 or 2050 whenever they do open them papers up, because I'm nosy. I want to see what it says.
When you live in a society where you're not in control of anything,
Mm-hmm.
you have to consume what it is that they put in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you don't have to believe it,
Uh-huh.
but when you got a big machine that has billions of dollars pumped into it, it gets to a point to where this is the information that you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
And if you tell a lie, Trump has proved that if you lie long enough
Mm-hmm.
and often enough,
Mm-hmm.
people will believe it.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's nothing new under the sun.
Mm-mm.
That's why I said I don't think, excuse me, that things have gotten any worse. This is the same game they've been using for the last 400 years. It's just with a new twist.
Yeah.
It's just with a new twist. So I don't have to take you out in the field and beat you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I can beat you through limiting
Your resources.
your resources.
Mm-hmm.
I can beat you through indoctrinating you rather than educating you.
Mm-hmm.
It is and that's what we have to realize. We have to realize that racism isn't about for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about, oh, I hate them so much.
Mm-hmm.
Racism is a thriving business.
Absolutely. Lucrative.
It is a business.
It's very lucrative.
A successful business.
Mm-hmm.
What successful business person
Mm-hmm.
changes their business model when it's working? That doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So switch roles.
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And you had this system that for decades and decades has been successful
Mm-hmm.
to you, your children, their children, and their children.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you change it?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
There you go.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't, right? But the real me would. Like, I just don't have it in me to be that fucked up of a person. But business is booming. I can see what you mean.
But see, yeah, we're not talking about personals, though.
Yeah.
We're talking about business.
I always told everybody, it's not black and white. It's green. It's always been green. And they're going to keep us at each other's necks. And by the time we done fighting and look up, they got everything is gone. Shit. They done distracted us with everything, got us to hate each other, got us to fight each other, got us to do all the hard work. And they just reap the benefits of.
But the good news is it's going to change whether they like it or not.
Absolutely has to.
That's the good news.
Yeah.
We just have to still be here
Mm-hmm.
and still be hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
And history has taught me personally that there is nothing that he can do to remove black people from this planet.
We're in everything.
There's nothing no one can do.
We're literally in everything, and everything's in us.
Well, I mean, I ain't the smartest man in the world, but I know that history has taught me.
Mm.
I didn't learn that from
itself.
a book. Yeah.
It'll always repeat itself.
We will survive. We know how.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we know how,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that we do. So just gotta keep we just gotta keep coming to the party.
Yeah.
And pretty soon we're gonna control the party. And how do I know that? I know that because I see how desperate he is
Mm-hmm.
to hold on to past.
Those old ideologies.
Well, that's why the statement is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the slogan is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because whether he admits it to us or not, the numbers say that in 25 years, he won't be who he is today.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers don't say that for us.
Right.
They don't say that for brown people.
Mm-mm.
They say that about him and his people.
Absolutely.
The difference is he realizes it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's desperate, and he's trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what you're going to do to make white women have more babies.
They don't want to have them.
Exactly.
They don't want to have them. They're literally telling everybody, we don't want these. And
Well, but that's why Roe versus Wade was overturned,
mm-hmm,
because they really wasn't even talking to us.
mm-hmm,
They was talking to their own women.
mm-hmm,
Y'all gonna give us some more babies
mm-hmm.
because we in trouble.
Yeah, they're not producing enough children. Their mortality rate's low.
When not only they're not producing enough, you got everybody else hitting them too.
Mm-hmm,
We hitting them, the
Mm.
Mexicans hitting them,
mm-hmm,
Hispanics is hitting them.
mm-hmm,
So, what do you think that's gonna look like
mm-hmm.
in 25 years?
Yeah, everybody's gonna be beige.
There you go.
Yeah, we're all gonna be a bunch of light brights.
Yeah.
That's that's what happened with me. People are like, well, you're too pretty to just be black. I'm like, well, thank God for slavery that these got these fucking cheekbones. I hate that shit. But yeah, everybody's gonna be mixed. That's just what it is. You're gonna love who you love. I just hope that everybody takes their brains and their hearts with them and don't just be out here making designer babies. Cause I'm so sick of seeing that shit.
Well, you can be sick as you want to be, but it really is. There's nothing that can be done because the world is going to make itself whole.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And whatever needs to happen for that to come to pass is what's going to happen.
And they're like, bring on the flood. Bring on the flood.
Yeah, but what did the flood do?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get rid of black people.
No. Despite what people say, we do know how to swim very well. Very well.
So it's like,
All right, let's get to a couple things before I forget. Let's see. The debut, we have a red carpet premiere for the TV show that I've been guest starring in here and there. It's called Hush Money again. I'll post some more information about it online. But we have a red carpet premiere for that on March 8th. I'm excited for. We do have the Boots and Brims party. Let me double check the date on that. Because I want to say we've got two events. One of them was definitely the Boots and Brims, so I'm excited about that. I got my outfit already. All right, so Hush Money is going to be Saturday, March 8th, 7:30 p.m. That's going to be the red carpet premiere, limited ticket edition. So the tickets will go on sale February 1st. I'll keep making sure that I post the information so that you guys can stay up to date with that. Also, the bar Wall Street that I've been going to and working at and everything, we are hiring. If you need a job, you want to be a bouncer, server, photographer, we need everybody. So feel free to contact me or contact Wall Street directly. We could use your help. And then I posted some information on my page about Forgotten Harvest. They do have a one-time mobile pantry distribution coming on the 14th. You need to be at 1510 West Grand Boulevard at 9 a.m. And they will be giving food out, no questions asked, until they run out of food. Let's see where we're at. And that is going to be sponsored by the Carter Metropolitan Church. So thank you guys for all that help. Definitely. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, the 10th. What is that, tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
So tomorrow's ladies' night. Ladies are free. I believe men are $10. Dress to impress. We're always cute at Wall Street. We love it there. Leave your attitudes at home and just come out to have a good time. Let's see what else. Saturdays. So I have a friend that has a hiking group. We'll put some more information on the page about that. But Saturdays at 8 o'clock, we're gonna be hiking. Going up and picking Y'all should see the look he gave me. He like, I ain't doing that shit. Who's we?
Hiking.
Look, you already know if they can get me out there to go hiking, you already know what's gonna be in my backpack and in my pocket. Okay, I done seen enough movies. I'm gonna be safe. We're gonna be in groups. We're not gonna split up. I'm gonna make sure I keep my keys on me.
I promised my nurse though that I would go hiking, and
Get
it's one of the
active.
one things that I've never done in my entire life with all the places that I've been in my life.
Wow.
Um, I said that I wanted to go hiking, and I promised that I would. But
Ooh. I mean, you
I
got
don't
time
want
to
to do
plan
it
it
in
out.
the. I want to do it in the mountains, and
Uh huh.
I want to do real hiking.
Okay, so probably not in the winter is not good for you, or you think you
I
wouldn't
don't
mind?
think so much that the winter would be the problem, because you take what you need to get
Hmm.
it done. But it's you know how you have a pet peeve that you looked at other people and you said, wow, it must take a lot of what's the word that I'm looking for, a lot of gumption to just go out into the wilderness
Hmm.
and and kind of work your way through that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? To get back to where you want to be. So that kind of intrigues me,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, because it's only so much going to the same places you already been.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, who who wants to go back to Vegas? Who? I mean,
Yeah, I'm burnt out on that stuff. I want to see
yeah,
some trees. I
yeah,
want to go swimming. I want to do all that stuff. I mean, I think we done had enough cocktails. We done had enough parties. I want to get back to nature. It's fun. It's
yeah.
quiet. You get to see the trees, the leaves color change, all that stuff. And then you actually, like, I'm out there collecting stuff that I bring back and use. I dug up, like, beautiful stones that I could turn into jewelry. It's a lot of stuff in nature. And it's peaceful out
See,
there.
and
It doesn't
I've
stink.
never experienced that,
No.
and I want to before I get up out of here.
Okay, so we're gonna put it together. I'm gonna talk to my friend. We're gonna plan something now so we can have a good time. Go up there, sit by some water, sit by the rocks, eat breakfast, drink coffee. I don't know, but just woo saw before you come back to the city.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's like going somewhere and you don't even really need no bunch of money.
right,
You know what I mean? Every
right.
time I go somewhere, I gotta have a bunch of money because I don't know what foolishness I want to get off into.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're doing something like that, you just need what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You need something to eat, to be able to use the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and you do that in nature. So you know what I mean? I want to experience that at least once in my life.
Yay, he didn't say no. I love it. You didn't say no. Awesome. I love when people want to try some stuff. That's cool
But
to me.
that whatever y'all doing in the couple days, I don't know what that is. That ain't hiking. That's just some niggas walking.
Whatever it is, we gonna have some fun doing it.
Well, good.
I'm just trying to get everybody out to get them, just try something new. Try to be more positive, just more prosperous. You never know till you try something, and I just want people to be willing to try things. Stop being so closed off to everything.
Yeah.
Like you said, getting up and doing the same thing. Like, I really, once I get a phone call or a text message and I feel like I'm having the same conversation over again, I'm not talking to that person no more. We've exhausted all of our conversations. You don't do anything but sit in front of a liquor store all day. You drink all day, you smoke all day, you're sitting in someone's car, you're sitting on some sofa. You're literally not doing nothing with your life. When you talk to me, I'm telling you a million things. You can't tell me nothing but negativity. I don't need that. I'm too old. We too old.
Yeah, I can't be around that kind of stuff.
No.
It just it pulls life out of you.
Yeah, and sitting around watching all these reality shows when you can be out living life. Like, I never understood that concept. Reality shows.
Me either.
Like, you get up every day and work a real job where you have to make real money and pay real bills, and you're gonna take all of that comes with that to come home to pay an internet or a cable bill to watch someone else live their life. doesn't make no fucking sense.
The concept of reality TV just never interested me.
And I'm like, I don't watch any of the shows, but of course I'll see clips on Facebook, or something in my reels or something someone shared. And everything I see, I'm like, how are these hoes not in jail? Nobody goes to jail. I mean, y'all is whooping each other's ass on a daily basis. I see ladies driving $100,000 cars, drinking wine out of McDonald's cups. Everybody's drunk driving. Where the fuck y'all kids at? I don't understand that show. I'll never understand that. Any of the shows. I don't get into them.
Yeah,
I'll forensic files the hell out of some stuff. Some Crime Watch Daily, some Crime 360. I'll watch all of that until I'm blue in the face. But anything about...
I have to be entertained. If I'm not being entertained, I'm not interested. And I'm not interested in watching bras get up in the morning and fully made up. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah. Faces be beat. I don't wear makeup. I mean, I'll throw some lashes on, but I don't wear a drop of makeup. I never really felt like I needed to.
I mean, people can do whatever they want to do. I just don't. I don't want to look at somebody that's supposedly
casket ready,
just gotten up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and she's fully gussied up.
It's all unrealistic.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And the only drama, if that's what you want to call it, is one sister disrespecting another sister.
That's all it is.
So I
mean,
and I've had offers to produce those type shows.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I remember running over a couple of these ideas before. I had to turn them down. I'm not going to go on no show like that. When Baddies was down here, they were like, come on, I'm not doing that. They wanted me to go skating with Natalie and all this stuff. I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
I'm going home to my kids. I don't even want to watch you guys when I get home. Like, no, I'm not doing any of that.
Yeah.
It's just like, Fortunately for me, I find other things to occupy my time with. And I didn't, that was not something that was a big influence on me. You know what I mean? I made other choices when it came to like what I watch, listen to, what I wear, what I think, how I read, how I dress. I was very fortunate to not be that impressionable, I guess would be the way. Naive.
It's just amazing to me. I mean, I'm a live and let live type person, but it's just amazing to me that that's the level that as a society we went to call ourselves being entertained. That's just deep to me.
I mean, when you start looking through history, like you said, history. What have they been showing us as entertainment for since the beginning of time? Is always, even with the Romans and fighting at the Colosseum and throwing kids to the alligators, throwing them to the lions and tigers. Everybody's always had a sick sense of humor when it came to like what they thought was entertaining. I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised at what I'm seeing on TV nowadays. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Reality TV surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can have zero talent.
Absolutely.
And be on one of those shows.
Absolutely. I still don't get it. I'm still not getting it. I mean, they're making just like anybody rich and famous, and then these people are literally not doing anything with their lives.
Yeah. And then the people in real life start to act like they walking around inside of a reality show.
And I can't stand that. I'm just out here living my life, and here's somebody on their phone loud just having this conversation like everybody in the store wants to have this conversation with you. Sweetheart, put some AirPods in, something. I it's not me, you, and her. Like,
oh, you better not say nothing to her, because you're going to have to fight her.
I mean, I ain't got no problem to see all my nails broke off.
Oh, Lord.
Look, I promise.
Time to go.
I promise I'm going to keep my hands to myself this week, okay? Listen, everybody, just I want to wrap it up and let you guys know we love you. We We appreciate you tuning in, spending some time with us. Take a couple minutes to yourself, breathe, decompress, and just know that you are loved, you're respected, you're worthy, and you're going to do just fine, okay? You're going to be okay. Just never give up, all right? And if you need me, I'm here. Come find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram. We'll see you next Thursday. I love you guys and have a good night. Oh, my goodness. I got to get my anger, man.